Well, in that case,
Maybe
you've
it's
had
a northern thing.
What?
Is it a northern thing?
No, it's not. It's not a northern thing. It's
sure?
It's an English thing. You know, everybody does
it's
it.
not. It's not. I've never done it.
By the way, on this day in 1606,
Yeah.
guess who got it?
I don't know.
Guy Fawkes.
Guy Fawkes?
Yeah, Guy Fawkes.
What, you
yeah.
mean, was this the day he was hanged, drawn, and quartered?
Well, you see, this is what's so interesting.
And then had his guts dragged across London.
No, this is what's so interesting. You're thinking of my name is William Wallace.
No,
right?
I'm not.
Yeah, he was hung, drawn, and quartered.
Yeah, so was Guy Fawkes.
No, he wasn't. I'll tell you about this in a minute. No, it wasn't. What happened to William Wallace was he was done in the Chamber of Westminster, in the Palace of Westminster.
Yeah.
They then tied ropes to each of his two ankles.
Yeah.
And then tied the other end of the ropes to two horses upon which two soldiers were riding.
Yes.
And they dragged him naked from Westminster to Smithfield.
Well, I don't think he cared whether he was naked or not.
Sorry?
I don't suppose he cared whether he was naked
Well,
or not.
it was...
Considering he'd been quartered.
No, he hadn't by then. They dragged him to Smithfield, and that's where they hung, drew, and quartered him. But, of course, if you're being dragged behind two white horses all the way from Westminster to Smithfield...
I bet they got there quicker than you do it today.
I bet they did. But there wouldn't have been a lot of skin left on his back by the time he got there. That's the only problem.
That's a very unpleasant image.
It is. It is shocking, but that's what they did. Anyway, Guy Fawkes, who decided that wasn't necessarily his fate, because what happened to Guy Fawkes was, we have historical record of the fact that when he was first arrested, he had to sign an order, and we've seen his signature, Guido Fawkes, okay?
That's right.
Then after 4 days on the rack, and a few hot irons into certain parts of his anatomy.
Why are you so fascinated by torture?
I'm not fascinated by torture.
You don't like me using the word manky, but you're quite happy to describe the most hideous and ghastly kind of ways of killing people.
No. What happened then was he was then made to sign his own execution order.
Yeah.
And you can see
his
death warrant. You can see from the scribbly, spidery. Where he signed, that of course all his fingers have been broken on the rack and all that kind of stuff, so it's very difficult to get hold of
a bit like you're writing on the Churchill thing, right?
Not at all.
You remember that piece of paper that you put out claiming, oh, look at all this research I did for the Churchill quiz?
Yeah, well, I did.
People thought it was the ramblings of a madman.
No, they didn't know.
And as it gets towards the bottom of the page, it gets more and more random.
No.
As if you started at the top of the page in completely compass mentis.
Not at all.
But by the end of it, presumably after several glasses of wine, the script starts to trail off at the end of each line.
Not at all. Anyway, so Guido decided that wasn't
January the 31st, by the way. What? He was killed.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Well, that was yesterday.
No. It's in the same 24-hour period, don't worry.
No, you said on this day.
Yeah.
Today's the 1st of February. You just said rabbits to me.
Yeah.
It's no longer the 31st of January.
No, it's the 1st of February.
Yeah.
That's why I said rabbits.
Yeah, so it's not the 31st.
No, it was
so you said on this day.
No,
so that's wrong.
Within this 24-hour period. So anyway, old Guido, who decided he wasn't going to go in for that bit of it, as he went dragged behind the horses and all that.
What, you mean you didn't fancy that?
Didn't fancy that at all. Also,
surprising,
they cut off your genitals, put them in a pan, and then boil them in front of your face, which is not a very pleasant thing to have to experience, or witness. So what he did is, as he got up on the scaffold, he said, "Thank you very much," and threw himself off head first. Broke his neck and died instantly. That was Guido Fawkes.
Right.
But guess who else did that?
Did they not just chop him up anyway, just for good measure?
They may have done. They may have done.
I think
don't
they
know.
did.
Did they? Okay, yeah. But guess who else did that in a flush of?
He dived off the scaffold.
Yeah, but he did it with a bit more skill, and that was Dick Turpin.
Really?
Now York Racecourse.
The highwayman.
Yeah, the highwayman. York Racecourse.
I know of it. I've never been there.
Yeah, I've been there. We've done a few shows there. And,
have you?
Yeah, and I've.
When you say we?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Various people. Myself and Mr. Brazil.
Oh, yeah.
I think Andy and I have done one, Andy Townsend. And because there's a great horse meeting there once a year. You know
horse meeting?
Yeah, a race meeting.
Meeting of horses.
Meeting of horses, that's right, race meeting, yeah. So anyway, old Dick Turpin, there's a certain part of that course, and I've forgotten what it's called now, but it's...
okay.
It's very famous. Very famous, yeah. It's called
It's not Wetherby, though.
No, it's not Wetherby, no.
Wetherby's just up the road, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not far away.
Yeah.
But it's called The Something.
The Something?
Yeah, well, I'll look it up in a minute, because...
This is at a horse meeting.
This is at York Racecourse. A part of it is called The Something. I think it's the Long Straight.
Right.
And it's very famous, for being one of the finest bits of sort of racing turf in the world.
Is that why you can't remember what it's
called? I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
And anyway...
It's the biggest racecourse in Britain, is it?
That's right, York, yeah. Yeah, what else is it called?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it.
Good man. So anyway, they put up the scaffolding, right? And Dick Turpin has been banged to rights because he's eventually been caught and tried as a highwayman. And the rope is dangling. So as he's led up the steps to the rope, guess what he does?
I don't know.
Because he was frightened that the guy that he would strangle to death rather than, be hanged.
Yeah.
He leapt off the scaffolding, grabbed the rope, put it round his own neck. And then
jumped off.
And then, yes, that's right, yeah, and hanged himself.
Well, what sort of security did they have at these hangings?
Not much.
Doesn't sound like it was very good at all.
Not much. I mean,
people just wandering around throwing themselves off.
Yeah, that's right. You'd have thought that they'd have tied his hands up or something, wouldn't you?
Well, so he couldn't have manacles or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so he couldn't actually,
shocking.
Self-hang.
Yeah, self-hang.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I don't think we've ever.
I've got nothing here that tells me anything about anything.
Oh well, it must say something.
Nothing. All it says is that they extended the home straight.
Yes.
In order to make the racecourse round.
Yeah, that's right. But
that's all.
Racecourse is also called the something, and I've forgotten what it's called now.
No.
Like Cheltenham's got several names, hasn't it? Cheltenham Racecourse.
Is it?
It's
well, what's that called?
Presbury Park?
Presbury Park?
Isn't it? I think. Yeah, I think so.
You told me.
Yeah. But anyway.
You're the expert on horse meetings.
No, I'll find out the name for York Racecourse, special meeting. But anyway, I thought that was very interesting, really. That,
really?
Yeah.
Well, that's the first quarter of the show gone.
Yeah.
First quarter of the first hour gone. We talked about Dick Turpin.
Yeah.
We talked about Guy Fawkes.
Yeah.
We talked also about William Wallace.
Rabbits.
With rabbits.
Yeah.
We haven't yet mentioned Arsene Wenger. I think we should probably do that coming up next.
I think you're right.
With the two mics.
I think you're right.